Alafi, I'm Philip John Neimark, the founder of the IFA Foundations of North and Latin America. And for almost 40 years, the foundation has been dedicated to its mission of exploring, understanding, researching, and presenting the conclusions of our work regarding the original African philosophy of Ifa, as developed by what is now the Yoruba culture of West Nigeria, to all those who were interested. During that period of time, we have been maligned at times, slandered at times, attacked pretty much all of the time, but we've continued with our work. And now, we're getting ready for what I feel are the most important announcements or conclusions that we have ever presented to you in these almost 40 years. During that period of time, we brought back the concept of Ori, which had been lost, for example, in the diaspora. We brought back and remedied the genuine intention and approach and practice of Ifa as it pertained to men and women. We ripped apart the nonsensical gender, racial, national, cultural discrimination that various spin-offs or currently practicing groups had created through either their adoption of certain tenets of the Western religions and cultures, or the adoption of certain tenets of the Muslim incursion into their homeland in Africa, or more often a combination of those factors along with the influence, the pernicious influence and distortion of the philosophy through adapting or reflecting Western cultural worldviews. And let me say that, sad as it makes me internally, intellectually, etc., these answers are not available even in Africa for the most part today. Vassa wrote an Iya and her husband, an Ifa priest, who we have a very close connection with in Africa, who supply us with many of the original African items for the spiritual tools store. And she asked, what was the situation? What was their personal experience today in Africa? And the answer was, and I quote, Agborato, the situation here is precarious. Some Babalaos complained of not consulting for several months. This is due to the rapid growing of Christianity here, which we traditional people are not doing anything about unless it involves our self-interest. Your situation there is different from ours. The Yoruba religion is the fastest growing in the U.S. and South America, which is opposite of the source. Even the Nigerian government is not helping us. They even promote foreign religion and culture at the expense of their own. And this is meant simply to point out that the incursion that I'm speaking of is not just here. Unfortunately, the Western world continues to spread its worldview of short-term interest and gratification, to put short-term results ahead of character and behavior, to put individual results ahead of family, community, the planet we live on. And now, after almost 40 years, the Foundation is preparing to offer a set of instructions which will allow you, the individual, for the first time to practice Ifa, to benefit in the totality of the philosophy in your life, in your spirituality, in your relationships, in your health, in every area of fulfillment as it was meant to be, but have never had the opportunity of doing because of these incursions. But that's not why I'm here today. I'm here today to talk about the upcoming announcements that will appear, that will allow you for the first time to understand, really comprehend the nature, the worldview, and the necessary practice to make Ifa work for you in a powerful and meaningful fashion. The fashion that it was intended to be taught, and the fashion that it was intended to be practiced in. It will, if you listen to it, if you think about it, if you give it your attention, your focus, and your dedication, change your lives more profoundly than anything that has been possible in the last 200 or 300 years. These announcements are going to take place and be comprised of a series of videos such as this, each one dealing with one of the areas that needs to be looked at, understood, and practiced differently than anybody has ever suggested you practice it before. Practiced in the way that the original foundational teachers of Ifa developed and had in mind. I know that's a lot to accept. It's a lot to think about. But this is the first of what will be a series of understandings, insights, and instructions on how this philosophy was meant to work, can once again work, and can work for you. Until next time, love and blessings. For the information on exactly how this can improve your practice as an individual, as a priest, as a diviner, check with our sites, www.ifafoundation.org and www.ifacollege.com.